Mars vs. Garra. This fight is going to be another one of my Black Clover vs. Naruto matchups, and it's soon gonna turn into Bleach vs. Black Clover soon. But I'm gonna get all of my favorite Naruto vs. Black Clover ones out there that I got a lot of ideas from. Uh, Starting out, it's gonna be Gara from the War Arc and Mars from the last time he showed up in the series. Starting off with Mars's speed feats. Mars is he directly scales to Asta, whom didn't go through any training nor any time skip type training in the past week that after their fight, and Asta is shown being able to dodge lasers right when he wakes up out of bed, with Mars being shown at least relative to Asta. As for Mars's durability, he scales directly to Asta, whom can take the heat from Fauna and the Fire Salamander, with the Fire Salamander having a feat in the data books, along with it being referenced and shown in the manga, but lessened due to the area that they were fighting in, having a property that weakened its magic and its um, uh, in its destructive capacity on the area. The fire dragon's breath is calced to being continental in terms of raw power, and because Mars can take that heat up front, along with being able to dish it out himself, because, well, he's connected to Fauna's magic, that technically gives him a form of continental AP, plus his own magic, which would be higher than continental in terms of raw power, but as you'll learn, isn't all that impressive, as Mars can increase his durability by creating a crystal armor around himself, creating a crystal mech uh, to to keep himself safe if ever he feels he's getting too pressured in a fight. He can summon large daggers to launch at his opponents that can home in on them. He can summon a giant sword, to which he is quite proficient with, um, as he has spent his entire childhood learning and mastering the blade, and he can create Talos puppets with his crystal magic, which just one is equal to himself in terms of physicality and brute force, and he can summon at bare minimum 20. And as for his other type of magic, he has Fauna's fire magic, which he's able to use a spell from hers called Phoenix Robe, which can heal his wounds, healing up a a gash in his stomach that Asta made that healed up within a few minutes and kept him from being burned alive when he was approaching Fauna, who was constantly increasing the heat and was making a wildfire around them. Now moving on to Gara. Gara has the main argument that I always use for characters' speed feats in Naruto to solidly place them at the speed of light um is Sasuke 5 Kage Summit fighting A and being pressured by him, This same Sasuke can react to and bring up the Susanoo faster than what Garra, Darui, Konkuro, and Tamari can blast and uh, shoot their attacks out to get at Sasuke with. Uh, Gara already being shown to be able to block A's attack with his sand. Uh, Gara is, I would say, pretty close to the speed of light, as Darui's laser circus is the thing that Gara's sand is moving right next to. And, well, as from the name, the laser circus moves at the speed of light. And as for a little bit more movement, Gara can create floating sand platforms that he can use to traverse the area pretty fast and can make multiple of them. And going over Gara's AP, he scales to the Raikage, whom can take down and match the Eight Tails. The Eight Tails can survive its own Biju bombs along with others, with Biju bombs being shown to be able to vaporize mountains, and this feat is calced to multi-continental due to the amount of energy needed to destroy a mountain. Well, not just destroy it, but vaporize it, which is the reason why I said Mars's continental feat isn't so impressive. As for other things Gara has for his defense, he has his mother's soul that keeps his chakra at the ready. Although using his chakra, it will protect him at all times from all kinds of danger, and it's an automatic defense. But for some more solid protection, Gara can create his sand shield, which he can harden at any time or adjust its durability, with him even being able to turn it into an offensive weapon like when he did during the tuning exams, and mostly has his sand armor to act as a defense for him, with Gara also be using his sand for long range attacks, mainly his sand shots and smashing his sand into his opponents. He also, for offensive use of his sand, gets, once it's in a person's body, he can then pull it out and drill it out of a person's body, leaving bloody holes out of them. And speaking of bloody holes, Gar doesn't have any durability feats that aren't related to his sand armor. As for Gara's other abilities, he can punch sand throughout the ground, or if they're in a sandy area, create sand constructs like his sand hands for utility purposes like pulling people away or stopping attacks. He can seal his opponents in a giant sand pyramid as well, and overall uses sand to help control the battlefield. Getting into the versus matchup, the two might be equal in speed. Mars may have an impressive library of abilities, like his healing, his armor, and his overall ability to sort of control the range of the battlefield with his harps, his sword being able to block attacks well enough. But Gara has superior power that would force all of Mars's attacks to either break with immediate force or easily block all of his attacks. Mars would be able to survive for some time, but some time is all Mars has left. Overall, Gara is going to be able to crush him, as Gara can stay in the air, fly around him, and then crush him in the pyramid. And, well, you get the idea. Mars just doesn't have the kit and AP to be able to handle Garra's massive assortment of abilities. Plus, Garra can just use the sword against Mars by using his sand hands to grab the sword out of the air and smash it into him. Wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. And I will see you next time. Bye.